Hi pals, Siskateer TonI here and welcome to our channel. So today is a different day. Well, first of all, if you are new, thank you for coming to our channel. If you're not new, thanks for coming back to our channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed and the notification bell so that you're notified when we upload. Okay, today's video is a different video. If you can tell, I'm in my little laundry room. Very small, very tiny laundry room. I'm gonna be doing a DIY makeover for this space. So this space is basically, it's the space in between like the garage door and then the door to the house. So it's like a walk-through space from the garage. It's used by everybody every day, multiple times. And so it's very stale and just bland and generic. As you can see, we've got like wire shelving and like, it's just blah. And so I just thought, because it's such a frequently used space, like we even have like guests who come over, like walk this way, like into the house sometimes. I wanted it to be a little more welcoming, a little more homey, a little more trendy. Just, you know, it just needs an update. So I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you kind of what this space looks like. And then I'm just gonna jump right into redoing this space. I am planning on doing this all by myself. It's not like a huge overhaul, so I should be able to do it, but we'll see how it turns out. All right, so here is the door that brings you into the house. So when you come and you open this door, you can see this is the laundry space. And it is not very big, it's very bland. I mean, this is like, you know, a bunch of mops and brooms and things. And then we just have this space. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, I was able to zoom out. So here's the space. This is basically it. I mean, it's very bland, very gross, very generic, very just like, you know, blah. And then this door goes out into the garage. So there's the garage. So as you can see, it's a space that we use often coming in from the garage into the house. And I just wanted to make it feel a little more like trendy and decorative. Okay, well that was annoying because I thought that these little things, I don't know, you can see these little holes in the wall. It's where the little shelf brackets were. I thought they were flathead screws. You can see that. Looks like a flathead screw. No, they're nails. They're drywall nails in these heavy duty drywall anchors. So I had to get the hammer. I tried to use the drill to get them out and they wouldn't come out and I didn't know why. And I was like, what is going on? So I'm having to get the hammer and pull them out and they're leaving really big holes. So I'm gonna have to patch those. Fantastic, but that's okay. Okay. You know, it's like nothing ever goes to plan and how you want it to, you know, but that's okay. It's fun. I'm enjoying the process. I'm not going to get irritated. Usually I get irritated about stuff like this, but anyway. So obviously I've got a lot of holes now that I was not expecting because I honestly thought, I don't know what I thought, to be honest with you. I should have known that when I took the shelf down, it was gonna leave holes and I was gonna have to putty them. but I honestly didn't think about that part. So I was going to, my plan was to go ahead and paint this wall, and then while this wall is drying, to go to the hardware store, to like Lowe's or Home Depot, whichever, and get the rest of the supplies that I needed. But I can't paint the wall until I putty those holes, and I don't have any putty. So I've got to go to the store and get the putty and go ahead and get the rest of the supplies, which is fine. I have a piece of wood here that I'm gonna try to repurpose into shelves. So I was hoping, so this width of this space right here is a little over 5 feet. I mean, like, not much. So like a 5-foot shelf would fit in there perfectly with just like a little bit of space on either side. The piece of wood that I have is only 4 feet long, which I picked it up and I put it, which it's gonna have to be cut in half, so I have 2 shelves. I don't understand what this dog is doing. Do y'all see her? She wants to go somewhere. We're not going anywhere. Anyway, sorry. So it's a little shorter, so it's gonna leave a little bit more space on either side. It's gonna leave like half a foot. It's gonna leave like 6 inches. But actually I'm not mad about that. We're not going anywhere. But I'm gonna stain it, so I gotta get some wood stain. I'm gonna get the brackets. Okay. I gotta get the brackets to put underneath the shelf to hold it up, and some more wood screws, drywall anchors. Trying to think what else. I'll have to make a list, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of that while I'm there, and then I'll come back and putty the holes and get to painting. So not as I thought it was gonna go, but it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get it done. Also, this is Annabelle. She's made an appearance in a few videos, but this is her. She is a Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. So she looks like a Shih Tzu, but she's the size of a Yorkie. She's like tiny. She's like a miniature Shih Tzu. She is 12 years old. Her birthday is, well, when I'm filming this, it's in a couple of weeks. I don't know when this is going up, so she may already be 12. Basically, she's 12 years old. She's a grandma. All right, I made it back home from Lowe's, and I was gonna show you what I was gonna use. So I actually found this. It's just this little bitty tube of drywall spackle, and it's like an all-in-one type thing for really small projects, which I have really small projects. So this was like $7. It was like $6.99 or something like that. And it is a drywall spackle primer, and it has a putty knife on this end. So it's like an all-in-one thing, and then a sandpaper on this end. So it's like literally an all-in-one for really small projects. So if you're ever looking for something just to cover like a couple of screw holes in your drywall, Lowe's has this. And it was super affordable, and I don't know, I just thought that this was a really cool idea, so I thought I would share. Okay, quick update on this little tube of spackle. Amazing. Like it was so easy to use. I don't know if you can see behind me, I got all the holes spackled, even that really big one. I don't know if you could have seen that really big one, but it even filled the really big one, and I'm just gonna let it dry. It has to dry for about 15 minutes, I think. Allow repair to dry thoroughly, sand. So yeah, anyway, so it's gonna dry probably about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll sand it down so it's smooth. I think in the meantime, I'm gonna tape off, I don't know, I can't decide if I wanna tape this or just paint it, because there's not a whole lot. I mean, I have an angled brush, so I may not tape anything. I may just paint it, so. So I just bought this like kit because we haven't done any painting since we've been in this house really, and so we just didn't really have any good like fresh stuff. So I just bought this little kit since I'm just doing this one wall. This would be fine. You can get this at like Home Depot or Lowe's. I got mine at Home Depot. And I also got this brush. It's an angled brush, but it also has a little hook so that you can hook it like on the side of the paint can or whatever, so that when you set it down, it doesn't drip everywhere. So I thought that that was really cool. So it has this little hook on the back, so you can hook it onto the paint side of the paint can or the side of your paint tray, whichever. So I got that, and it's a good angled, nice brush that you can edge with, so I got that. Okay, I've got the trim up. And I'm just gonna be honest, it is not the color that I wanted. It is more brown. I was going for like a gray. That is not gray. But it's okay. It's gonna work because I've already bought the paint and it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, so now I'm gonna roll some while the putty is still drying. I'm still letting it dry, and then I will get it sanded down before I paint over it. It is coming along, and actually once it's drying, it is a little more gray than brown, so I'm actually pleased. I actually like the color. It is a little darker than I was thinking it was gonna be, but I think it's gonna actually turn out okay. So I've got pretty much everything painted. Hold on one sec, let me flip you around. Okay, I've got pretty much the whole wall painted. That's probably as much as that's gonna get painted, because I don't feel like moving the dryer and messing up the hose. So you can't even see it, so I'm not worried about it. So that's just probably gonna be what it is. So I accidentally got a little carried away and painted over these that I had not sanded yet. So it's not dry yet. I'm hoping that once it dries, it won't look like that, but oops. But yeah, so almost done. I think it's gonna need a second coat. at least around the trim, because like the brushwork looks a little splotchy, but it's kind of hard to tell when it's still wet, you know, but it's coming along. All right, wall is painted. Let me turn this light off so you can kind of see, well, more of what the color looks like. As you can see, these spots right here are still wet. It's more of a brownish hue, but then once it dries, it's actually gray. So I'm excited. It is, like I said, it is a darker gray than I thought, but it's okay. I think it's actually going to look pretty good once I get the shelf. So my plan is, you know what, let me show you what I've got outside. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna be doing. I've got this wood shelf that's 4 feet long, sorry, wide, whatever. And I'm going to be staining it with this red mahogany color. So maybe like a deep mahogany. And then I've got these brackets that I'm going to use to put underneath it, and they're gonna be painted white. So I'm just gonna use this white spray paint. So it's gonna be a gray wall with a mahogany shelf with white brackets. That's what the finished look is gonna look like. And then I'm gonna put baskets on the shelf to store all this stuff in. So for now, I'm just planning on doing one shelf, but I'm gonna put it low enough to where if I wanna add a second shelf, I can. So I've got the brackets painted and I've got the shelf stained, which honestly, this is a lot darker than I wanted it to be. I don't know what my deal is with the dark colors, but I wanted it to be actually a lot lighter than this, but it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I think it's gonna look good. I'm gonna have the white brackets that are gonna lighten it up, and then the baskets I'm gonna use on top are gonna be probably white or cream, so that'll lighten it up too. So hopefully it won't look too bad. Okay, it's pretty much done. That little spot right there, I just touched up because there was like a little white spot, and then I touched up the trim there, if you can see that, like that right there. But it actually is the gray color that I was hoping for. Maybe like one shade darker than I thought it was gonna be, but it's good. I like it. I think it's gonna look great. The shelf is ready to be installed. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to measure and install the shelf. And then once the shelf is installed, like, I'm done. So it's the last step. So here we go. coming together. It's a weird angle. When I get it all put together, I'll show it to you straight on, because right now that one looks smaller than that one, but they're the same size. So I'm liking the way it looks, but once I get it all put together and put everything back and get the baskets on the top and stuff, I'll show it to you. Alrighty, I am done with my laundry room makeover for the most part. I think this turned out pretty good. It's very clean and crisp. Now everything has a home and it's a little more inviting when you walk in. I think it's not so cluttery and stale and just blah. I really liked these baskets. They're plastic, so you can keep them clean. So, because you know, like it gets pretty dirty in the laundry room with lint flying around and dog hair and just, you know, all kinds of stuff. So, I thought that those would be a good option. Okay, like I said, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Turned out pretty good, I think. Very clean, very crisp. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this laundry room makeover. Have you done a laundry room makeover recently? So I think the next project on my agenda is the kitchen. So we're going to be doing our kitchen, going to be giving it a little bit of a facelift and makeover. I don't know when, but that will be the next project. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. And I guess that's it. So until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.